Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Claudia Walks. If you are new here, welcome and make sure you subscribe. And on today's video, we are diving into a very fascinating bond that connects two nations across the Atlantic. That is Ethiopia and Jamaica. Though they are separated by miles, Ethiopia and Jamaica share a unique relationship fueled by their history, culture, and a shared sense of identity. And so it all started with Marcus Garvey, the Jamaican-born activist and visionary. And in the early 20th century, Marcus Garvey spoke words that would change history, and I will quote the words: "Look to Africa, when a black king shall be crowned, for the day of deliverance is at hand." Those were his words. And in the year 1930, when Haile Selassie I was crowned the Emperor of Ethiopia, many in Jamaica believed Marcus Garvey's prophecy had been fulfilled. And this moment sparked the beginning of a spiritual and cultural connection between the two nations. And the coronation of Haile Selassie inspired the growth of Rastafari movement in Jamaica. Rastas viewed Haile Selassie as a divine, calling him the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And this powerful connection was not just about admiration. It represented a deep yearning for freedom, self-determination, and connection to African heritage. And so this Rastafari brought a new spiritual and cultural identity to Jamaica. Music, language, and lifestyle shifted to reflect these Ethiopian influences. The rhythm of the reggae music were intertwined with messages of liberation, African pride, and faith, ideals that connected direct to Ethiopia and Haile Selassie. And in the year 1966, Haile Selassie made a historic visit to Jamaica, and thousands of Jamaicans flooded at the airport in Kingston to catch a glimpse of their revered emperor. And this day, even in Jamaica, it's being celebrated. It's called Groundation Day, which is still celebrated annually in Jamaica. And Haile Selassie visit solidified the connection between Ethiopia and Jamaica, creating a bond that was as much spiritual as it was cultural. And over time, the relationship between Ethiopia and Jamaica has become one of shared values, resilience, pride, and cultural expression. Reggae music, with its calls from justice and unity, became an international voice that bridged the gap between the two nations. And Ethiopian imaginary and symbols were adopted by Jamaicans. And the colors of the Ethiopian flag are seen as a symbol of Rastafari pride and African unity. And today, the relationship between Ethiopia and Jamaica goes beyond just historical tie. Rastafari communities are growing in Ethiopia, and many Jamaicans see Ethiopia as a second home, with some even relocating to live there. Ethiopian festivals and celebrations are honored in Jamaica, and the reggae's message of peace and unity resonate deeply within Ethiopia. And so, the relationship between Ethiopia and Jamaica shows how two nations can transcend distance and create something beautiful and enduring. And it's a relationship built on a shared vision for freedom, spirituality, and cultural pride. As long as these ideas live on, so too will the powerful connection between Jamaica and Ethiopia. So you should know that the Ethiopia-Jamaica connection did not just stay between these two nations. It grew into a global movement, inspiring people around the world to explore their roots and embrace African heritage. Artists like Bob Marley used the reggae to spread messages of unity and resistance, reaching millions and turning reggae into a worldwide phenomenon. Not Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley's references to El Selassie, Africa, and Ethiopia helped others to see Africa as a source of pride and spiritual homeland. In Ethiopia, reggae music and Rastafari, the culture have been warmly embraced. And major reggae festivals in Addis Ababa, which is the capital city of Ethiopia, and other cities celebrate this bond, bringing together people from all over Africa and the Caribbean. And it's not just music, it's a cultural exchange that continues to strengthen the relationship between the Ethiopians and Jamaicans as they recognized each other as family. And so, one of the most powerful examples of this connection is the Rastafarian settlement in, what is the name of this place? Shashamane in Ethiopia. And in the year 1940s, El Selassie donated a land in Shashamane to peoples of African descent from the West who wish to return to their ancestral roots. And to this day, Jamaicans and other Rastafarians live in Shashame, fulfilling their spiritual vision of returning to Zion, as they called Ethiopia. And these Jamaicans who have settled in this area called Shashamane have not only built a home there, but have also contributed to Ethiopian society, engaging in community development, education, and also agricultural projects. And this exchange has enriched both cultures and serves as a living legacy of the Ethiopian-Jamaican connection. And to this day, Ethiopians and Jamaicans continue to uphold this bond through education, cultural events, and also storytelling. In schools, Ethiopians and Jamaicans youth learn about the struggles and triumphs of their forebears, passing on a legacy that will inspire generations to come. And the connection has also become a symbol of Pan-Africanism, representing the unbreakable ties between African nations and other African diaspora. And as the world changes, Ethiopia-Jamaica connections reminds us of the power of unity, cultural pride, and shared purpose. It's a bond that goes beyond borders, inspiring people everywhere to remember their roots and honor their history. El Selassie once said, and I quote, "It is us today, it will be you tomorrow." And Marcus Garvey taught us to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. And those words still resonate today, reminding us that the fight for justice, peace, and unity is ongoing. The connection between Ethiopia and Jamaica teaches us that true strength comes from understanding where we come from and standing together. And so, thank you for exploring this incredible journey with me. The Ethiopia-Jamaican bond is a reminder of the beauty and strength in our shared stories. If you feel connected to this story, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to learn more about how history and culture shape our world. One love and blessing to you all. Thank you.